Welcome, curious minds, to another deep dive.
Great to be here.
Today we're plunging into a really fascinating concept. It promises to unlock, well, what its proponents call your brain's natural peak potential.
Intriguing.
It really is an idea that it's all about fine-tuning your mind. So get ready, because we're taking an in-depth look at something called gamma burst binaural beats.
Right.
Our mission for this deep dive is basically to act as investigators. We'll unpack exactly what these beats are supposed to be,
Okay.
explore how they are claimed to work, which is important,
Yes.
and examine the specific and, frankly, rather ambitious benefits they reportedly offer. We'll be drawing our insights mainly from two key sources we have: excerpts titled Gamma Burst, Peak Mental Performance Binaural Beats, and also a brief note on software ownership.
Got it.
But we're also going to try and step back a bit, add some broader context, because, when we talk about upgrading your brain, it's always worth a closer look, wouldn't you say?
Absolutely. Healthy skepticism is always good.
Okay, let's unpack this then and dive into the world of brainwaves and peak performance.
Let's do it.
So, to really understand gamma burst, we first need to get our heads around what it fundamentally is.
Okay.
According to our sources, we're dealing with a specialized binaural beat track. And it's specifically engineered, they say, to stimulate your gamma brainwaves.
Gamma waves, right.
Exactly. And these aren't just any brainwaves. They're operating at specific frequencies, typically described as the 30 to 40 hertz range.
Often around 40 hertz specifically is mentioned.
Right, that 40 hertz mark comes up. And the sources, well, they make some pretty bold statements linking these frequencies directly to what they call peak mental performance.
Big claims.
Yeah, genius-level focus, even heightened learning ability. They go so far as to describe the experience as, like, upgrading your brain to high-performance mode.
Wow.
Or even your brain's ignition switch.
That's quite the metaphor. What's fascinating here, though, and maybe worth explaining for listeners, is the core idea of binaural beats themselves.
Good point. Yeah, how do they actually work?
Well, for anyone who might be unfamiliar, a binaural beat isn't really a sound that exists out there in the room.
Okay.
Instead, it's more of an auditory illusion your brain creates. So when you listen through headphones, crucially, one ear gets a tone at a slightly different frequency than the other.
Like, say, 400 hertz in one ear.
Exactly. And maybe 405 hertz in the other. Your brain then perceives this third kind of phantom tone that's the binaural beat at the difference between those two frequencies.
So 5 hertz in that example.
Precisely.
Right.
And the theory behind it, which is called brainwave entrainment, suggests that your brainwaves might start to synchronize with this perceived beat frequency.
Interesting.
So bringing it back to gamma burst, the goal is to create a binaural beat at, say, 40 hertz.
Right.
To encourage your brain, theoretically, to produce more of those gamma waves.
And why gamma waves specifically? What's special about them?
Well, neurologically speaking, gamma waves are generally associated with higher-order cognitive processing. You see them more prominently when your brain is actively engaged.
Like really working hard.
Yeah, processing information at high speed. We see links to functions like better memory formation, heightened attention, complex problem solving.
That sort of thing.
Okay.
So quite important functions.
Definitely. So the theoretical idea here is that by encouraging your brain to produce more gamma, you're guiding it into this high-performance state.
Right.
Optimizing it for tasks that demand intense focus and rapid processing. It's a compelling idea. Using sound to literally tune your brain for optimal output.
For learning or decisions or even social stuff.
That seems to be the implication, yes,
Mm-hmm.
for a whole range of demanding cognitive tasks.
That explanation really helps lay the groundwork, understanding the how and why.
Hopefully.
And now, for anyone listening who's thinking about boosting their mental game, here's where it gets really interesting, the sheer range of benefits claimed by these gamma burst sources.
Ah, yes, the promised outcomes.
Exactly. They paint a picture of not just, a minor tweak, but a pretty comprehensive mental supercharge.
So it seems.
The claims cover several key areas. First up, they highlight focus and alertness.
A big one for many people.
Totally. Suggesting it supercharges focus and alertness, helps you stay razor sharp, achieve laser focus, even reach next level concentration and peak awareness.
That sounds intense.
It does. Imagine being able to tap into that kind of mental clarity whenever you needed it. Then there's the impact they claim on learning and memory.
Also crucial.
The sources state it's designed to, quote, enhance learning speed, improve memory retention, aid information retention, and assist in memory integration and recall.
So Faster learning, better recall.
Yeah, the promise is basically that you'll absorb new information faster and process ideas quickly, which, I mean, for any learner out there.
Sounds like a dream, right?
Pretty much. But the claimed benefits go even further into problem-solving and decision-making. The track reportedly boosts problem-solving and decision-making capabilities, and even sparks boosted creativity and intuition.
Ah, so not just speed, but insight, too.
Apparently. It's presented as helping with the quality of your thinking, not just the pace.
Interesting combination.
And finally, they also touch upon motivation and drive.
Right. The mindset aspect.
Exactly. The sources indicate it increases motivation and drive, leading to an elevated mood and even a winning mindset for success.
So it addresses the cognitive and the sort of emotional engine behind performance.
That's how it seems to be framed, yes.
What's compelling about these claimed benefits, as presented in the sources, is how they're meant to work together, synergize, creating this overall mental enhancement.
Like the whole is greater than the sum of its parts.
Kind of, yeah. Our sources use phrases like achieving a level of focus that feels superhuman.
Wow.
Or even attaining genius intelligence to describe this combined impact. Now, while these claims, let's be honest, sound incredibly powerful,
They really do.
promising such dramatic cognitive shifts. It's vital for us, and for you listening, to consider how these really ambitious assertions fit into the broader scientific understanding of cognitive enhancement.
Right, the reality check.
Exactly. The scientific community is studying the effects of binaural beats. And while some research shows, maybe, some promise for certain states like relaxation or maybe sleep, the evidence for such widespread and frankly profound cognitive improvements, especially specific to 40 Hz gamma for genius-level focus, well, that's still very much an active area of investigation.
So the jury's still out, scientifically speaking, on these really big claims.
To a large extent, yes. It encourages you, the listener, to critically assess how these claimed benefits might apply to you, keeping in mind that science is still figuring a lot of this out.
That's a really crucial point, balancing the claims with the current science.
Definitely.
So, okay, if these potential benefits still sound appealing, despite the need for scientific caution, you're probably wondering, how do I actually use this gamma burst?
The practicalities.
Exactly. Let's get into the how-to aspects, according to the sources we have.
Okay.
They are very, very clear on one crucial listening requirement. You absolutely use headphones headset for full effect.
Non-negotiable for binaural beats.
Right. And for the proper binaural effect. It emphasizes that the whole illusion relies on different frequencies to each ear, so speakers just won't cut it.
Nope, you lose the core mechanism.
They also recommend a specific posture, sit upright or in a comfortable position, which kind of implies, being receptive and focused while listening.
Setting the stage for concentration, perhaps.
Seems like it. And as for the actual sound experience, the sources tell us the WAV track itself is 3 minutes long.
Just 3 minutes.
The bass track, yes. It features that specific gamma 40 Hz binaural beat targeted for peak brain performance, focus, and alertness. And to create a certain atmosphere, it's paired with an ocean water waves background.
Some ambient sound.
Yeah, described as soothing but energizing at the same time, which is an interesting mix.
It is, trying to be calming and activating.
Exactly.
Now, on the duration side, while the track is 3 minutes, the sources state, listen for 3 minutes minimum.
Okay, so that's the baseline.
Right. But then they really stress that longer use amplifies the benefits, and that longer sessions compound the benefits.
So more is better, according to them.
Seems to be the message. They even suggest looping it for, say, 15, 20 minutes for stronger effect, if you really want to maximize the reported impact.
Okay, 15, 20 minutes for a stronger dose.
Which kind of aligns with that entrainment theory, where longer exposure is often thought to be needed for your brain waves to really sync up with the sound.
Makes sense. So a quick 3-minute burst might be a start, but sustained listening is where they expect the bigger changes.
That seems to be the idea presented in the product's design, yes.
And the suggested scenarios for using it are pretty broad. They seem to target almost any situation where you might feel you need a mental edge.
Like what?
Well, the sources propose using it before things like sales calls, presentations, negotiations, big meetings.
Okay, high-stakes communication.
Exactly. And for students or anyone learning, it's recommended while studying, preparing for exams, or even during those intense study marathons.
Right, when you need sustained focus.
Pretty much. Essentially, the guidance is anytime you need to perform at your mental peak, or stay razor-sharp during high-pressure tasks, or achieve maximum focus.
Then this is positioned as the tool for the job.
That's the claim.
It really does position itself as this versatile, non-invasive way to mentally prep yourself for a whole range of demanding situations.
Non-invasive is a key word they use.
Yes, the emphasis is on it being a safe and natural method to get a mental upgrade without needing anything external, beyond your headphones and the track.
Just plug in and power up your brain, supposedly.
That's the pitch, tapping into what the sources describe as your brain's natural capabilities and just enhancing them on demand, offering a readily accessible cognitive boost.
Speaking of safety, which is always important with things claiming to influence your brain, our sources do address this directly. They state quite unequivocally that gamma burst binaural beats are completely safe and natural.
Okay.
And they reiterate that it's a safe, non-invasive mental upgrade.
Reassuring words, but...
Yes. There's a crucial safety note, one you absolutely need to pay attention to.
Which is?
Avoid listening while driving or operating machinery.
That makes complete sense.
Totally. Given the claims of heightened focus, altered awareness, any distraction or shift in your internal state could be really dangerous in situations needing full external attention.
Absolutely critical warning. Don't use it if you need to be fully alert to your surroundings in that way.
Definitely not.
And just for, clarity and full disclosure from the sources we were given, the owner of this specific software is noted as Rolex Reyes, RN.
RN, registered nurse.
Yes. It's just a detail provided in the material, giving some transparency about who's behind this particular track.
Right, good to know. So, okay, let's try and bring this all together. We've taken a pretty deep dive into these gamma burst binaural beats.
We have.
We've explored what they are, looking at binaural beats generally and the significance of gamma waves. We've unpacked how it's claimed to work, gone through that extensive list of reported benefits, focus, memory, problem solving.
That whole gamut.
Yeah. And covered the practical listening instructions and those important safety considerations.
And we've tried to weave in that broader scientific perspective, too.
Exactly, to keep things grounded.
Mm-hmm.
So what does this all mean for you, the listener? If you're what we might call the learner, someone looking to quickly gain knowledge, achieve that lightning-fast focus, or cultivate a winning mindset, then this source material presents these binaural beats as a potentially powerful tool for optimizing your brain for peak performance. Whether it's for studying, work, or any high-stakes situation, the promise is an accessible mental edge.
That's the promise laid out.
It is.
This deep dive into gamma burst with its really bold claims of mental enhancement through sound, It does prompt, I think, an important question for all of us.
Oh, what's that?
In our constant quest for optimal cognitive performance, how much should we really rely on external audio tools like this? And maybe more subtly, how much is our perception of any benefit influenced by, say, expectation, the placebo effect, or other psychological factors?
Yeah, the power of belief.
Exactly. And in a world that's just demanding more and more from us, more information, more pressure, what is the true balance between leveraging technology like this and really understanding and maybe cultivating our own brain's complex natural abilities?
That's a deep thought. Tech aid versus innate potential.
It makes you wonder, doesn't it, how we'll continue to explore and enhance our mental capabilities, but hopefully always with a critical eye.
Absolutely. A great point to ponder. And with that thought, we'll wrap up another, I think, really enlightening deep dive.
It's been interesting.
Thank you so much for joining us on this exploration of brain waves and peak performance. Keep seeking out those aha moments and continue your own journey of discovery.